I'm Lucas King with Carolina Kids News, and I'm back for round 6 of the Bojangles Summer Shootout here at the track. I've learned lots this summer from covering the shootout, including how the Charlotte Motor Speedway benefits the community. From teaching STEM classes to community charity and family-friendly entertainment. Join me for another fun night of short track action, along with a journey to learn more about the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Many people think that racing is just getting in a car and driving fast. What many people don't know is that there's science, math, and engineering involved. I'm here with Lindsay Metcalf, the Director of Education here at the Speedway. So Mrs. Metcalf, how long has this program been available to students here at the Speedway?
Well, we started in 2011, and we put through 450 kids, and we were really excited about that. This year, we're going to reach almost 20,000 kids in this school year, so it has grown quite a bit since then.
Could you tell me how the classroom is structured? I know, do you do stations? And if so, what is taught at these stations?
Sure, we do stations. Right now, we really are concentrating on our middle school, 5th through 8th grade. And we have 5 different stations that they do: speed and acceleration, traction, friction, weight and balance, RC cars. And we also have a middle school or elementary school that we're getting ready to launch a mobile STEM program where we can take the program to them. And then we also have a high school level curriculum that is building a car and racing a car with some track life challenges so they can learn a little bit about careers as well.
At the end of the program, you take the kids around the track to experience the 24-degree banking of the Speedway. The kids probably love this. How does that integrate STEM into that experience?
Sure, that's usually everyone's favorite part there at the end. But we take them up on the banking and show them the traction and the friction and what it plays, into it. So they've got to experience that while they're racing here on some of our ramps. And we go over the different levels of bankings that are all at the SMI tracks. And so then it really gives them an opportunity to really feel it for themselves.
Well, this is a very fun program. How can the kids that want to get in this program, how can they get involved?
Sure. On our website, you can go to charlottemotorspeedway.com, and there's a tab for STEM, or you can email stem@charlottemotorspeedway.com. But we encourage all of the teachers to reach out to us to bring their students, get signed up for a field trip.
It really sounds like a race car is a science experiment on wheels. Thank you so much for this interview. And kids, if you want to get involved in this program, listen to what she said and go to charlottemotorspeedway.com. I'm here with Mr. Greg Walter, Executive Vice President and General Manager here at the Speedway. So, Mr. Walter, you oversee the whole campus, including the Speedway, the Z-Max Dragway, and the dirt track. Does it sometimes get difficult to manage all the excitement and fun?
Difficult is probably not the word. It can be overwhelming at times, but I'm really blessed to work with a great team. There's about 1,300 days of activity, about 100 promoted events, and when you have people coming from all over the world, from all 50 states, it's a big responsibility. But the folks that I work with have an amazing passion for the fans who come here. They're really good at what they do. We seek to wow people when they come out here. My job is just to encourage them and stay out of the way and be sure we just make smart business decisions.
So I've been in the barn covering the Bojangles Summer Shootout, and I've done lots of interviews with the kid drivers, and most of them say they want to grow up and become famous NASCAR drivers. So how does that event prepare them for that career path?
When we started Legends Racing more than 2 decades ago, the idea was for a feeder system for fans, for kids who have a passion for racing to be able to get into it in an affordable way. It's an expensive race. Getting into racing is expensive. So this series was designed with them in mind. And you think about the drivers in the Cup Series now who have raced in Legends. It's a natural progression. You see a guy like Joey Logano. When I was in Atlanta, Joey was like knee-high to you in racing Bandoleros. To see kids like Joey come up through the ranks and be champions is pretty incredible. So it's a natural progression for them, and they wouldn't be competitors if they didn't have that natural aspiration, and we're here to serve that.
So the Charlotte Motor Speedway works hard to please the fans and make their experience unforgettable. Could you tell me how this fans first approach and all the events you offer really bring in a wide variety of audience?
So, like I said before, we have people from all 50 states. Last count, more than 22 countries who come here, as far away as Australia and Japan, New Zealand. And we try to put ourselves in their shoes, right? If you spent that money on a ticket, what would you like to see? How would you like to be treated? And when you put others first, and that's true in any kind of business, it makes a big difference in the way that you treat others, the way you program the day. If you're coming out here with a family, your parents, we want you to have a great time. And so what would that be like? What would you need to see or experience? Like for the Coke 600, we had bullfighting out in the fan zone. You would never encounter that anywhere else. Those are the kind of things that we think about, time and time again, is what your experience would be like to be out here. And that's just fans first. I mean, it's a good servant's heart.
So you graduated UNC with a degree in journalism. I, too, want to go to that college and get that degree. So how's that helped you in your career?
I think two things. Number one is the ability to communicate, right? To put thoughts together, to be a good storyteller. In journalism, you want to balance story, you want to ask questions. That being able to tell stories and talk to others in a compelling way. The second part is critical thinking, and that is that when you're faced with a story that you're covering, you look at all the sides, right? Am I asking the right questions? Am I considering the other person's side? Is there another story here that's being hidden that I need to uncover? And that kind of critical thinking serves you well in any kind of business that you may be in. It served me well.
Well, thank you for your time here today, and I've learned a lot about the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Recently learned that the Charlotte Motor Speedway loves to support young drivers. I'm here with young driver Garen Mash, who's tearing it up out there on the track with a lot of first place finishes this summer shootout. So Garen, what would you credit with your success, and what are you doing out there on the track that makes you better than a lot of the other people out there?
I guess I'd credit the patience that you have to learn. I say that a lot. I've said that in every interview today. My dad, it's in my blood. My uncle, his great spotting, also AK Performance for the great cars that they always give me every single week.
So, out there on the track, you're doing a great job, and you've only been doing this for a couple of years now. And I recently learned that Bubba Wallace told me that with all racing, there's the success, but then there's also the failure. Is it sometimes difficult to handle the ups and downs of racing?
It's always difficult, but like this year, I have to control myself. I can't blow up in front of everybody. I have 10 cameras on me at once, so it's kind of hard to, act out in this situation, especially with the championship caliber car this year. We don't want to get kicked out of anywhere. We don't want to make anybody mad. So we're just trying to stick with the grassroots racing for now and see where it goes.
Yeah, your dad was a Legends car driver at the Bojangles Summer Shootout about 16 years ago. Is he your inspiration to start racing?
Of course, especially after what happened 5 years ago in the car crash. He couldn't race anymore, so that's why I wanted to get in, was because of that. I wanted to take his spot, and now moving up to a Legend car at the end of this year, and I'm going to be driving the one he drove at the Summer Shootout 16 years ago. So.
Well, I bet he's very proud of you, and good job out there, and keep doing a great job. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've had a great time learning about the science of racing, learning about how the Charlotte Motor Speedway benefits the community, and seeing the excited fans watch the short track action. I'm Lucas King with Carolina Kids News. Stay tuned for more.